Alright, your lesson for today is lesson 12, multiplying and dividing decimals by powers of 10. You'll need your lesson 12 worksheet for this video. Now I'm going to tell you from the start, there are definitely two ways you can solve this worksheet. You can either multiply and divide decimals like you learned in our past videos, or you can use the shortcut or the trick that I show you today. If you do not understand the shortcut, that is completely fine. Please multiply and divide like normal. You want to get the right answer, okay? All right, so first let me explain what I mean by powers of 10. What this means, and we'll talk about exponents later on, but what it means is it's a number you get to by multiplying 10 a number of times together. So for example, you have 10, one time is 10. But if you do 10 times 10, you get 100. Or 10 times 10 times 10 equals 1,000. Or 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 equals 100,000. Sorry, 10,000. Okay? And then you would keep going. It is not, so a power of 20, where your 10 times 2 is 20, that is not a power of 10. 10 times 2 is saying 10 plus 10. We're dealing with multiplying 10 times 10, or 10 times 10 times 10. Okay? These are what we're going to learn as later as exponents, but we're not going to get there yet. But I want you to realize these are powers of 10. So 10, 100, 1,000, 100,000. Sorry, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. Okay? Not 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. All right? So hopefully that helps you with your understanding there. So let's look at number 1. Number 1 says 100 times 2 79/100. Now, you are more than welcome to set it up like this and multiply normally. What I'm going to show you is a shortcut. All right, so let's look over here. If you are multiplying, we're going to move our decimal to the right because we're going to end up with a larger number than what we started with. If you're dividing, you're going to move left because we're going to end up with a smaller number than what we started with. Okay? So 100 times 2.79. Let's write 2 79/100 down here. We are multiplying, so we're going to move our decimal to the right, and we have 100 that it's being multiplied by with 2 zeros, so we're going to move 2 spaces to the right. 1, 2. The decimal is now moved after the 9, so your answer is 279. And you can either write the decimal there, or you can leave it out since it's understood every whole number has a decimal to the right of it. Every single one. All right, and we can check that by multiplying normally if you'd like to make sure you did it correctly. There we go. All right, and then you'll remember when multiplying, you count the numbers behind or to the right of the decimal. There's none in 100, there's 2 in 2 79/100, so there should be 2 to the right of the decimal in our answer, and it's 279. Same answer. Now you may be wondering about the zeros here. Well, there's no numbers after them, so we can actually just completely ignore them because they're acting as placeholders. And again, you can erase the decimal because it's understood to be there. So your answer is 279. All right, you can do number 2 and 3 on your own. I'm going to show you number 4. Number 4 says 34 68/100 times 10. Again, multiplication, we move our decimal to the right. Division, we move it to the left. The number we are multiplying by and the number of zeros tell us how many places to move it. So if we rewrite 34 68/100 and move the decimal 1 place to the right, there's 1 0 and we're multiplying. Our decimal moves to after the 6. Our new answer is 346 8/10. Okay, again, what I am showing you is a shortcut. If you need to multiply it out like this, please do. If you don't understand the shortcut, that is completely okay. All I'm showing you is a shortcut to save you a little bit of time. All right, numbers 6 and 7 are technically division. Okay, so let's look at number 6, and then I'll leave you to do number 7 and 8, 9 and 10 by yourself. Actually, number 10 we'll do together. All right. Sorry, number 6. It says 1,000 times blank equals 20,970. So this here is our blank. We need to get it by itself so we can solve for it. So we are going to divide by 1,000. Okay. Now, you have 20,970. Every whole number has a decimal to the right of it. We are dividing, which means we're going to move left, by 1,000. So we're going to move our decimal 3 places. 1, 2, 3. Your new answer is 20 and 97 hundredths. Now, let me show you that by dividing it out. 20,970 divided by 1,000. Okay? We can't go into 2, we can't go into 20, can't go into 209. We can go into 2,097. 2 times. So 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 2 is 0, 0, 2 times 1 is 2. 7, 9, 0, 0. Bring down the 0. 1,000 cannot go into 970. Okay. So now we're going to add that decimal, even though it's always been there. We're going to show it now. And we're going to add a 0 and bring it down. 1,000 can go into 9,700. 9 times. That's 9,000. We're going to add another 0. And 1,000 can go into 7,007 times with the remainder of 0. So your answer is 20 and 97 hundredths. All right. Let's go ahead and do number 7. I'm just going to kind of try and talk you through it and see if you can figure it out on your own. So 2 and 790 thousandths times blank equals 2,790. You are multiplying by what number to get to 2,790? And to find that, we can divide by 2.790. Okay. So you can work that out, or what you can do is you can write 2.790 down here at the bottom and move your decimal until you get to 2,790. You moved it 3 times, which means we need 3 zeros, and that would be 1,000. Now we're going to do number 10. Number 10 says 0.056 times blank gives you 56. Okay, you're going to solve this one the same way that we did number 7. Okay, so your shortcut here, you rewrite your number and you move your decimal to the right because we're multiplying until you get a whole number. So now we have, or until we get the number that matches over here. So we now have 56, and we moved it 1, 2, 3 times, so we need 3 zeros. So again, it's 1,000. All right, on the next page, I'm going to show you how you could just divide. Okay, so if you had 0.056 times blank equals 56, and you divide to get the blank by itself, okay, inside, outside, 56 divided by 0.056, and you move the decimal until you get a whole number, and you move it the same number of spaces over here. So now you have 56,000 divided by 56. You would divide as normal. 56 cannot go into 5, so our 0 will be our placeholder. And go into 56 one time. Bring down the 0, can't go into 0. Do it again, 0 times. And again, 0 times. And we're done. You do have to keep going until you get to the last number. I could not have stopped here even though I got to 0 because I wasn't dividing 56 to 56. I was dividing 56,000 by 56. So I had to keep going. And you can always check division by multiplying your quotient times your divisor. So 1,000 times 56 gives you 56,000. Okay, so 0.056 times 1,000 is your answer for number 10. All right, let's go ahead and look at a couple of division problems. Let's look at number 11. All right, number 11 says 6,230 divided by 10,000. Remember, when you multiply, you move to the right. When you divide, you move left. Okay, so 6,230 is the number being multiplied. Every whole number has a decimal to the right of it. That's where we're getting our decimal. It's understood, just like an understood you in English. It is there, just accept it. Okay, it's just one of those things in math that you have to know. So now we're going to divide, which means we're going to move left by the number of spaces that matches the number of zeros. So there are 4 zeros, so we're going to move 4 spaces to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6,230 divided by 10,000 turns into 6,230 10,000ths. Okay. As a fraction, just for fun, it would be written like this. Okay. So we divided, we moved to the left 4 spaces because there's 4 zeros. Again, if you wanted to divide it normally, 6,230 divided by 10,000. The first number goes inside, the second number goes outside. Okay. So then we would have 6,230 divided by 10,000. Okay. Make this a little bit shorter. Alright, so 10,000 can't go into this number at all. Okay, so we're going to need to add our decimal, line them up, and add another 0. Now, $10,000 goes into 62,300 6 times. Okay, which gives us 2,300. You add another 0, goes into this number 2 times. So you'd get 20,000. You're left with 3,000, which is fine. It's less than 10,000. Bring down your 0. It goes into that number exactly 3 times. So your answer is 0.623. Okay, you may think that is different than what I said here, but remember, this 0, there's no numbers after it. This 0 can be gotten rid of. We can ignore it. So 0.623 is the same thing as this. They are the same number because this 0 can be ignored. We don't need it. You can have it as a placeholder. All right, let's look at number 13. You have 3,444 divided by 10. Rewrite your number, put the decimal at the end. You're dividing, so you're going to move left into 10, so we'll move left 1 space. Your answer is 344.4. Okay. If you wanted to see it divided out, 3,444 divided by 10. 10 goes into 34 3 times. 10 goes into 44 4 times. Sorry. Again into 44. And this can finish to a 0, so we're going to add our decimal and add our 0, bring it down. 10 goes into 44 times. Your answer is 344.4. All right. I'm going to let you go ahead and actually we'll do one more. We'll do number 15 together. Okay. So 605 divided by 1,000. Rewrite your number. Put your decimal in its place. You are dividing, so we're going to move left. Move left 1, 2, 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Your answer is 0.605. I use the 0 as a placeholder to show me that I don't have any 1s, so I don't accidentally think this is 605. And I can clearly see my decimal. All right, numbers 18, 19, and 20 are technically multiplication, since you're trying to get the blank by itself. You can call me or email me with any questions that you may have. Again, if the shortcut does not make sense, please just multiply and divide as normal. Okay, you want to do your best to get the right answer the way that you know how. All right? Let me know if you have any questions. Have a good day.